Hey guys, X Taco here, also formerly known as the Everyday MGTOW. I wanted to take a moment to make a response video to Mr. Joel's video, Mr. Terry Joel's. Uh, and I gotta say, this young man, he gets it. And honestly, he is a good example of how young men are waking up younger and younger to the reality of the world in which we live and how we have been lied to for so many years. Now, you might think that he's too young to have any real idea what's going on. Let me reassure you, as a 50-year-old man myself, who went MGTOW over 10 years ago, he is pretty spot on with everything that he is telling you. In direct response to his Being Solo at 30 Plus video, he is not wrong there either. In many ways, he represents the version of myself at a younger age. Only he has his stuff together a lot better than I did. See, when I was his age, it was very difficult. I had a very deep blue pill mindset. Having been raised by a single mom with very few, if any, strong male role models, I had to figure things out for myself along the way. And there were a lot of mistakes and errors made when you do that. One of the things that I had to figure out was that for a man, there is no greater way to create and harden our focus and drive than being isolated and alone. Now, those two words usually have a negative connotation, but they shouldn't. There's a big difference between being alone and being lonely. So, if you're beating yourself up because you don't have a girlfriend, you're not in a relationship, or you don't have many friends, that is not necessarily a bad thing. And let me explain on that. All my life growing up, I was told to help others, help friends, help family, help those in need, help the community. I, as a man, was told to put all others before myself, because that's what a real man does. But you see, this is the utility mindset that this society wants you to buy into. They say, do all these things, and when that time comes and you're the one in need, you're going to be surrounded by all these friends and family, a spouse that will help and support you, just as you did for them. The community will be there for you. They guilt trip you for being alone. They make you feel inferior, as if there's something wrong with you somehow, as if you're not good enough, that somehow you're not measuring up. Or if you're not out there slaving away for the benefit of the community, that somehow you're less than a man, that you're selfish and arrogant. These are the mind games that they play when you pull your utility off the table. But here's the reality. Gentlemen, don't feel bad or inadequate that you're alone or going solo. Never. Because all that preaching that they do is because they don't want you getting stronger and keeping that productivity and utility for yourself. They don't want you walking away from the table. See, it's like I said, they will tell you that when the time comes and you're in need, that all these people are going to be there for you. And it's simply not true. As someone who has faced multiple hardships and challenges in life, including having to rebuild my life multiple times now, what they are telling you, it is a straight up lie. When the chips are down, what do they say? Well, you're a man. Buck up. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Be a man. And it's crazy that when I was down, no one cared. I can count on one hand the individuals that were there for me when I needed help. And rest assured, there will be fingers to spare. Most of the time, there was no one there at all. I was homeless at times, penniless, jobless. I had cancer twice. But it wasn't until I was going through these hard times that I had a sort of an epiphany. This time alone, sick and isolated. The opportunity to reevaluate everything that had been crammed down my throat since I was a child was laid before me. See, when you're alone, the male mind becomes hyper-focused and intensified. There's no greater or stronger a logical mind than that of a man when he is alone and allowed to focus on himself. There's no little whispers in the ear to distract us from our course. No wasted time, no wasted effort, or momentum for the sake of others. You have an unprecedented opportunity to contemplate who you are and what it means to be your own man. This time to steel yourself and strengthen your mind and spirit is like no other. So don't be shamed or guilted if you're 30, 20, 40, or even 50, and you're going solo. Because though not every day will be perfect, over time, you will become so strong and see through the lies that you won't need or have the desire for anyone else. You will see through the veil of lies that you're actually alone and it's all up to you, regardless of your situation. Even when the chips are down, you're alone. So you don't have any type of false belief or dependence on others. It's all up to you, and you have no illusion about that. Now, from time to time, you might be proven wrong. Someone might pop up and say, "Hey man, I got you, bro." In these rare events, take them for what they are. Rare aberrations, but certainly not the norm. Take it for what it is. Anyway, that's my response. But stay tuned. This guy here, he really knows what he's talking about. Keep watching. I know I will. Keep up the good work, Mr. Joel. Everyday MGTOW. I'll be in touch.